Hello, and welcome to my fall reads. Autumn reads? Cozy autumny reads. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I am not going to waste your time. I really want to dive right in. I'm not going to give you a big long synopsis of each one of these books. I'm just going to tell you what's on my list and maybe tell you what is appealing to me about the book and why I have it on my list in the first place. So it's going to be very short and sweet. And hopefully you have some cool things to add to your TBR. If you would like a list of all these books sent to your inbox, sign up for my free Patreon. I know a lot of Patreons you have to pay for, but mine's actually free. I just set it up because I want to send a monthly email with all the links for all the books that I mention, both Goodreads and StoryGraph, because I use StoryGraph. And then that way you can just add it to your TBR and you don't have to like stop my video and like go add it to your StoryGraph or Goodreads and then come back and my cat is going to come into the shot. Hi, Nora. So if you would like that sent to your email inbox, go to the link below. You can have that sent to you. And yeah, let's get started. Okay. So first up is White Horse Black Knights, The God-Kissed Bride, #1 by Evie Marceau. So this book had actually been like introduced to me when I was doing some research on like what romantasy I should read next. I was kind of in a slump and doing some research online, and somebody just threw this into a comment section on like, I may have been Reddit. Like, I have no idea. I can't remember. And I thought, oh, that sounds really interesting. And so I think it's about this girl who ends up falling in love like with her bodyguard, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. I've just heard really, really great reviews, and this will probably be one of my first reads of the season. Next is The Fall of Bradley Reed, Seasons of Revenge #3 by Morgan Elizabeth. This book was actually like introduced to me. I found it last fall, and I don't know why. I think it was actually at the end of the fall season, like going into Christmas, and I thought, oh, I'll just save it for next year. I think that's what it was. That's why it's on my list this year, and I have been patiently waiting to read this book. I think she has her search history on the internet like looked into by an FBI agent, and then she like falls for the FBI agent, or he falls for her, something like that. I don't know. It sounds great. Next is Green Light by Jescie Hall. Okay. If you know, you know. I don't know yet. I just know I put it on my list because I follow her on Instagram. She has like, I don't know. She sells me on her books just based off of all of her reels and stuff. I'm sure her TikTok is the same, but like, it's definitely spicy. These are spicy books. I think he might be a motorcycle guy. I don't know. It looked good. It's called Green Light. Next is Wings So Wicked, Golden City #1 by Emily Blackwood. This has been pushed to me so many times on Instagram and on, I'm pretty sure I follow the author on Threads. The art that I saw from this is gorgeous, and like, again, that sold me on it. So I'm pretty sure they have wings. I mean, it's called Wings So Wicked. By one of my favorite authors, Callie Hart. I have read quite a few of her books, but I've never read just a standalone from her, and this one is Requiem. I've heard great things about it. If you have seen her latest book, Quicksilver, catch wildfire across the internet, she's a wonderful writer. I absolutely love her books. I love her writing. And so I'm very excited to read this one. It's been on my Kindle forever, and I don't know why I've never gotten around to it, but I am this fall. This next one it sounds really interesting to me. The cover is gorgeous, and it has to do with time, like not time travel, but you follow these immortal people throughout like centuries. And so it sounds great. It's called Peaches and Honey, These Mortal Truths, The Peaches and Honey Duology #1 by Raeta. I don't want to say that wrong, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I know that when I was like looking to see which book I wanted to read next, because I've had it downloaded for a while, Some people say it's a bit slow, but I know I like that, like those slow burns. It's just, I don't know, I just have to be in the mood for it. But again, the cover art really sold me on this one, and it does. It sounds like it's got great reviews and it sounds like a good book. So next we have The Veiled Kingdom. Veiled Kingdom #1 by Holly Renee. If you live anywhere on the internet and read books, then you probably have seen this book. Apparently it was huge on TikTok. I don't do TikTok, so I didn't know, but I added it to my TBR because I want to be in the know. I want to know if this book is actually as good as the internet says it is. I will be the judge of that. Next up is The City of Mirth and Malice. This is the second in the Vows of Vengeance series. I think it's a duology, by Alexis L. Menard. If you watch any of my vlogs, you may have seen this last summer. I read the first one in this series, which is House of Bane and Blood. I really enjoyed it. The guy has a metal arm. It's really cool. It's like steampunky. It's very steampunky. Meets Peaky Blinders. Yeah. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. And the Peaky Blinders aspect really sold me on it. And it really does deliver on that. I loved the characters and am very excited to read the second one in this series. This next one is by an author that I actually DNF'd this summer. Not like final DNF, more like a soft DNF, because her other book, I couldn't get into it. But this one is a completely different series by her. It's by J. Bree. It's The Butcher of the Bay, Part 1, Mounts Bay Saga #1. So I think he's a serial killer. I don't know. I mean, it's called The Butcher of the Bay. So if you've read these books, please let me know. I really liked her writing. I just wasn't into the other story. So, because it was more fantasy. I don't know. If you've read this series, please let me know. And let me know if you liked it. Next is the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver. It's the first one in that, called Wild Love. Again, if you're on the internet, if you watch videos like this, you've seen it. So many people are reading that right now. I absolutely adore Elsie Silver's writing. I am a fangirl. I am an Elsie Silver fangirl. Absolutely love it. So I am very excited about this series because if you read the other one, the Chestnut Spring, then you know that this is the brother of one of the main characters in the second book. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So this next author I have not read yet. She's a new to me author. However, I do follow her here on YouTube and on Instagram. Her name is Giana Darling, and this one is Lessons in Corruption: The Fallen Men #1. I actually asked her, I said, where should I start in the series? You know, like, should I start at the very beginning or can I come in at this latest one? I think she just wrote #8 maybe in the series. I'm not sure. And she goes, just start at the beginning. Start at #1. And then that way you really know all the characters well. And yeah, so I'm going to do that. Think that they're biker guys, which I love a good motorcycle romance. I'm here for that. Now on to new releases, which is so exciting. I love new releases so much. Another one of my favorite authors, Juliette Cross. She has Rise of Northgall book 1 called The Wraith King, and that is coming out in September. She does fantasy. She does fantasy very well, but not like super high fantasy. So I don't know if this is high fantasy or not. I don't think it is. It's almost like whimsical fantasy steeped in reality. At least that is what her other series that I love really is. And so I'm assuming that might be what this one is too, but I don't know. It's going to be good because it's Juliette Cross. So we'll definitely be reading that one. Next is Only in Your Dreams by Madison Wright. This is a September release and I really wanted to get an ARC for this one, but I've missed the signups. Madison Wright has the best, and I'm not joking when I say the best covers. The best covers. They are gorgeous. Read her first book in this series solely because of the cover. How do I say this? So like, I actually went back and updated my review on this book because it was such a simple story. And yet, I still think about the characters. It was the weirdest little mind trick that has ever been done on me. The I can't stop thinking about the characters. Like, I just like, it's stuck in my brain like a earworm. It was so weird. So I'm definitely reading the second one. And that one comes out in, what did I say, September. Okay, so I have 2 more. This one, you may already all know about this one because she is very active on Reels. Her name is Emily McIntire, and her number 6 of the Never After series comes out in November. It's Hexed. I can't wait. All of her books are, she calls them fractured fairy tales. So they're basically like retellings, but they're, you know, like the villain typically gets the girl, or the villain is, you know, the winner in the scenario. And it's great. And I love it. And I've never really read anything else like it. So, okay. And last but not least, I actually have an arc for this one and I'm really excited about it. I found it on Threads. I was just, you know, scrolling through and authors post their books. And this one sounded so cute. And I immediately signed up for an arc and was able to get it. It's called Hexes Go Well with Tequila by LeAnna Ehrsam. Ehrsam. I think that it's going to be a super cute, easy read for this season and definitely gets me in the mood for autumn. Finally, I cannot wait. I just can't wait for the weather to actually change. That's always key, right? You can like crank up the AC and cover yourselves in blankets as much as you want, but sometimes it just doesn't cut it. You got to like be able to go outside in a coat or a jacket. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want a list of all these books with links, please do not hesitate to just, you know, sign up to my little Patreon down there, and all of it will be sent to you for free. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.